everyone, and welcome back to Financial Flourish, your go to space for financial freedom, mindset renewal, and boss girl empowerment. I'm your host, Michelle Pemberton, and today we're diving into one of the most vulnerable, layered, and powerful conversations we can have as women: our relationship with money. This is not just about dollars and cents, this is about identity, self worth, culture, silence, and truth. We're going to unpack what it really means to be a woman navigating money in a world that often tells us we should be small, silent, and dependent. Your relationship with money is just like any other relationship in your life. It's how you think about it, feel about it, talk about it, and behave towards it. Do you ghost your budget? Do you treat your finances with fear? Do you avoid your bank account the way you avoid text from someone toxic? Or maybe you overspend to cope. You save obsessively because you're afraid of being broke again. Maybe you make more money than you ever have and still feel guilty spending it on yourself. Sis, that's a relationship. And for many of us, it's complicated. Think of a relationship with a person. If you never communicate, you're disconnected. If you're afraid of conflict, you stay stuck. If you constantly feel unworthy, the relationship becomes toxic. That's how many of us treat our money. Last week, I spoke to a relative of mine and I was talking to her about her finances. And she said to me, yes, I don't check my bank account. I just pay my bills. I don't have a budget. I don't pay off my credit cards. I think she was in denial. But I told her, you need to listen to all three episodes of Financial Flourish. Let's go back. Let's go way back. Most of us learn how to feel about money before we ever earned a dollar. We learned from our well meaning family and friends who said, we can't afford that. Money doesn't grow on trees. Don't tell people what you make. And it's funny because I heard we can't afford that and money doesn't grow on trees. And I've told my children money doesn't grow on trees. But guess what? In 2025, my children said, well, actually, technically, money does grow on trees because money is made from paper and paper comes from trees. So there you go. I don't know why I didn't think about that when I was growing up. Anyway, maybe your parents fought about money. Maybe you watch your mom stretch every dollar and never have enough. Maybe you were told not to rely on anyone, but also not to want too much. Maybe money was never even talked about. These early messages shape everything. They shape how we budget, how we save, how we ask for what we're worth. And when you layer in race, culture, and gender, that relationship gets even more tangled. Then add on what society tells women: that you're better at saving than building, that talking about money is unladylike, and that you should depend instead of decide. And if you ever experience financial trauma, like debt, divorce, or being left out of the money decisions, that only deepens the fear. A 2022 Elvis study found that 47% of women associate financial planning with stress, and this is compared to only 34% of men. Let me tell you a real story. A dear friend of mine, an incredible woman of color, was working in a professional setting. One day, a colleague, another woman of color, her junior, approached her and asked her about her compensation. Now, let's pause here. That takes courage because money is still one of those topics that people feel uncomfortable talking about. But my friend didn't hesitate. She shared up her compensation because she knew the struggle. She wanted her colleague to have what she needed to advocate for her own compensation increase. It was a moment of empowerment, woman to woman, sister to sister. No secrets, no ego, just the truth. But when management and HR found out, they were furious. There was no policy in the company about sharing your compensation, but suddenly my friend was on thin ice. Her work was questioned, her role was scrutinized, she was treated like a problem. She was asked, "Why did you have to share your compensation with your coworker?" And over time, she felt the pressure, the subtle retaliation, the push out, the nitpicking. Eventually, she left the company. But here's what I love. She told me, "I do not regret it and I would do it again." Because she believes in lifting as we climb. She believes in salary transparency as a way to break the cycle of inequality. So I want to ask you, my listeners, would you have done the same? Would you share your salary to help another woman negotiate hers? Do you talk openly about money with your coworkers, your friends, your sisters, your family members? DM me, email me. I want to hear what you think. Why is it so hard for us to talk about money? We'll talk about our relationships, our traumas, our faith, but money, we whisper about it. If we even talk about it at all. Women have been conditioned to be modest, to not rock the boat, to not ask for too much. And women of color, they carry even more expectations to work twice as hard, speak half as loud, and still smile through the struggle. Silence protects systems that benefit from our confusion. When we don't know what others make, we don't know when we're being underpaid. When we don't ask questions, we stay stuck in the dark. But when we speak up, we take our power back. So, how do we start changing the narrative? One, talk about it. Start small. Share a financial win with a friend. Ask a question of something you don't understand. Compare your financial goals. Normalize money conversations. Two, educate yourself. Learn what fair pay looks like. You can do so much research online. You can find out salaries for positions by industry, by location. Understand how benefits and raises work at your job. Get clear on taxes, on credit and wealth building, and financial flourish can help you with this. Three, reflect on your story. What beliefs are holding you back? What fears are still running your finances? And this is a big one for us as women. Four, take brave action. Develop a healthy relationship with money. Talk to it regularly. Check your budget, your bank account, know your numbers. Ask for a raise. Now, only ask for a raise if you're doing what you need to do. If you're getting to work on time, if you're finishing your projects on time, if your projects are of high quality, if you're jumping in when necessary to help others, or else don't ask for a raise. Start a budget. Open a savings account. I've been saying this now for a few weeks. It doesn't have to be perfect, it just has to be yours. Five, practice grace. Give yourself some grace. Forgive yourself for past money mistakes. Sometimes we are the only one who have not forgiven ourselves. You are not your financial mistakes. You're not your debt. You're not behind. You're growing. And that's what matters. Behavioral economist Sarah Newcomb says in her book Loaded that how we emotionally relate to money matters more than our income when it comes to financial well being. It's not mostly about how much you make, but how you relate to the money that you make. So here's your challenge this week. Write down your current money mindset story. think about money and where you got that mindset from. Then identify the lie that's in it and replace it with a truth that you choose. And then you're going to take one action to build a better relationship with your money and with yourself. Because, sis, your relationship with money reflects the relationship you have with your future. And it's time to show up for your future. If this episode spoke to you, share it with a friend or post your money affirmation and connect with me on Instagram @_financial flourish. Follow me on Spotify or connect on our website, absoluteaccountingcpa.com/financial flourish. Also, let me know what you think. Would you have shared your salary like my friend did? Tell me why or why not. Until next time, keep going, keep healing, keep owning your financial power, and take one step towards your financial goal, and don't forget to flourish.